Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
Sonya Massey's father remains outraged in the wake of his daughter's death at the hands of a sheriff's deputy in Illinois, questioning if he should have even been on the job after it emerged he has 2 previous DUI convictions. Massey, a 36-year-old black woman, was killed after being shot in the head inside of the kitchen of her home after she called the Sangamon County Sheriff's Department to report a suspected prowler. The deceased woman's family have since confirmed that she suffered from mental health issues, with The Guardian reporting that Massey was a paranoid schizophrenic. Flanked by civil rights attorney Ben Crump on Monday, Massey's father, James Wilburn, raged about the shooting. "This man should have never had a badge. He should have never had a gun. What an embarrassment. What an embarrassment to this country." According to her obituary, Massey was born in San Diego and was active in her local church in Springfield. She loved to do hair and spend time with her family, one section reads. She was a mother to 2 children, a son Malachi, and daughter, Jeanette. The shocking body cam footage was released also on Monday, showing Deputy Sean Grayson, 30, who is white, yelling across a counter at Massey to set down a pot of hot water. He then threatened to shoot her. Massey ducked, briefly rose, and Grayson fired his pistol at her. Grayson comments to his partner that he shot in the head when the officer mentions getting a first aid kit. Both of Grayson's DUIs occurred between 2015 and 2016 in Macoupin County, a nearby county to where he was working. At his daughter's funeral on July 19, Wilburn made similar claims about Grayson's abilities to do his job, reports the Illinois Times. "They were all these red flags, and yet they still made him a deputy in this county," he told a crowd of around 600 in Illinois. Grayson has pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder, aggravated battery with a fireman, and official misconduct after his indictment on July 17. Wilburn said that Grayson has worked with 5 different police departments in Illinois over a 3-year period. He referred to that as a red flag. Grayson was hired in Sangamon by Sheriff Jack Campbell in May 2023. Wilburn has also called for him to be fired. "I know they have lowered the standards for what is acceptable in law enforcement," Wilburn said at his daughter's funeral. County spokesperson Jeff Wilhite told the Illinois Times that Grayson was never fired from his previous roles and had passed a background check. Grayson had no use of force complaints or citizens' complaints while employed as a Sangamon County deputy. And to our knowledge, Grayson had no complaints filed against him at prior law enforcement jobs, Wilhite said. Misdemeanor DUI convictions do not disqualify persons from becoming law enforcement officers in Illinois. Crump, who was also present at the funeral, warned attendees that the upcoming release of the body cam footage would shock them. In the press conference on Monday, Wilburn evoked other black people who have lost their lives at the hands of police officers over the years. "I kind of feel watching, it's a dream, I'm going to wake up. But I just don't know. I don't know what to say. I saw this happen in the George Floyd matter. I saw this happen in the Breonna Taylor matter, and I had to say to God, why me? Why my child?" Wilburn went on to say that he is a former law enforcement officer. "Some of my best friends are in law enforcement. I'm former law enforcement, so it's embarrassing," he went on. "A person like that, because of his white privilege, it allows him to think he can do something like that and get away with it." Heartbreakingly, Wilburn then said that his daughter's final words to him were, "Daddy, I love you." Wilburn went on to allege that their family were never told that Massey's death was an officer-involved shooting. They learned about it when they read it in the news. In the video, Massey ducked and apologized Grayson seconds before he shot her 3 times in her home, with one fatal blow to the head. The video confirmed prosecutors' earlier account of the tense moment when Grayson yelled from across a counter at Massey to set down a pot of hot water. He then threatened to shoot her. Massey ducked, briefly rose, and Grayson fired his pistol at her. Authorities said Massey had called 911 ear